Hi everyone, welcome back to Hedgehog Hollow. So thank you for joining us yesterday for our first in our series here about my classroom clear up. So for those of you who don't know, this room that you're seeing right now used to be our studio. It's where we used to film all of our videos, and it's now turned into our craft room because we have a new space to film down in the basement where we film all of our videos. So I've been going live every single day over this weekend. Yesterday I went live, I showed you the chaos I was in. Hi Linda. And actually it got worse throughout the day and this morning. I went onto Instagram. You can check out our Instagram stories or our Facebook stories. Hi Nancy, hi Dee. Over at the Hedgehog Hollow Facebook and Instagram, check out those stories. It got a lot worse before it's got better. So I cleared up the basement. I brought more stuff into here. So I really wanted to show you how I went from complete chaos and how I'm tidying it up over the 3-day weekend. And I'm not spending hours and hours in here. I'm spending maybe an hour a day and getting it into a really lovely usable space that I can create in here a few days a week ahead of filming videos for you all for our daily videos. Hi Jen. So I wanted to share with you some of my tips, tricks, and I'm going to be sharing tips that you can use in a small space, whether you're maybe just crafting on the kitchen table, hi Becky, or whether you're maybe crafting in a large space like this. So this was the office in our house that I've converted into a craft room. Lots of you asked for specific hints and tips, which when I have space to move around, the table is still against some of my cabinets. I'll be showing you those as well. I want to show you how I get started with my tidying up of the craft room. I'm also going to share with you those shelves lots of you asked me about yesterday too. So I've got those tips for you, how Greg installed those shelves, why I love them so much, and maybe if you do have the space to put them in, you can then install them in your own craft room as well. But as I say, if you have specific questions about storing something in particular, any of those things, you can let us know and we can share with you those particular tips. So I'm going to try and pick my phone up here without doing any kind of damage. So I'm going to turn the camera around. So for those of you who didn't see yesterday, my craft room comprises of, so you've got the door over here, my TV, currently Greg's toolbox is in here while he decides where he's going to put it. Trust me, it's not a permanent feature. So this is the Nouveau wall. Miss Tilly has joined us. And hi Raylene. And then underneath here, somebody asked me how Greg did this under here. So these are Alex drawers, and these are the wide ones, and these are the narrow ones. And what Greg did was he took the stampin storage things here. All of these dividers come out. So he took all the dividers out apart from the center one. The center one here is fixed. He screwed them all together and then screwed downwards into the Alex's. And then we put a wood piece onto the top and then tiled on top. And that's actually a year ago today. You can see my mid-morning muffin there, but we tiled on top a year ago today. It came out that we were doing it last Labor Day weekend. So, and then we added this piece along the edge here, which I fully intended to paint. I just never got around to it, but that's how we did it. And the same over here. So again, here are the narrow Alex's. We screwed all of these together on their side. People ask about my paper. Does it really warp or anything? It really hasn't affected my paper in any way. It still works absolutely fine. So we screwed all of those together and then screwed them into the Alex's, and then my Alex's will get labeled. Some label updates will be coming tomorrow. That's one of tomorrow's activities, but that's how that works. Okay, so from the mess you saw yesterday, what I've done is I've unboxed every box. Here you'll get a sneak peek of the release coming for Tonic on Wednesday, the new Blue Blossom trend, plus we've got major giveaways coming and new dies and things. So what I did was I went around, and you can see here, I've gone and I've unboxed all of my orders, all of my new stuff, and I like putting it into these boxes from IKEA. They come in this large size and they come in this tall size. And then what I do is I segregate it out. So some of it is like things like this is for a particular video. I'm going to do a lawn fawn release video. Don't know whether my favorite things is in here, but this is, for instance, like a lawn fawn video, which you may or may not need, depending if you do videos. But like this one here is all stuff for Maddie to label. This here is for me to play with. These are all the new Tim Holtz Christmas dies that I bought. This one here is stuff to put away into drawers. So I kind of categorize everything, and I find that that makes my life a lot easier. And these I really like. I get these in Target, and these fit in your Rascogs or your Michaels carts, any of those things. You can fit 2 in the top there. And they also fit the Avery L envelopes up to the medium size really nicely. So you can put all of your labeled stamps. If you have a small space, a big space, whatever it is, these are really, really nice because you can fit 2 in each layer of one of the craft cards that we all like. And then, of course, you can take your stuff and categorize it. And there's 3 dividers in there. So maybe you have dies, stencils, stamps. These are really nice, as I say, and they're just from Target. You can get them in the storage section. Just something that I really, really like. And I wanted to share them with you, and they're just a nice colour. They're made of acrylic, so they're nice and strong. And they've got a wire frame around them. So really something I like, and I've got 2 of these ready to fill. And I started on my shelves too. So these are those shelves that I'll show you in a second how Greg made them. But Maddie and I started to fill them. So here you can see that I started doing my distress inks. So these are my sprays. And the idea is that I'll have my oxide in front and my regular sprays behind. So I'll have like my rusty hinge here, my oxide in front, and then my other spray behind. You can see with Candied Apple, I have both of them. And then I've left a gap anywhere that I don't have the appropriate spray. And these are in the Ranger Rainbow order. I kind of feel a few of them are out of place, but that's the order that Ranger say that they should be in. I don't know the exact dimensions of these. I don't have a tape measure to hand. I just know that 2 fit in the craft cart. But yeah, they just happen to be really nice. And then I've got my Altenew refills up here, my Nuvo sprays because my Nuvo wall is full. Over here, I've put all of my golden things so I can kind of pan along the wall so you can see it looks really nice. I've got Testers sprays, my Vicky Boutin, some Ken Oliver stuff, Catherine Pooler refills. I don't have many ink refills. Down here I've got Distress Stains, Distress Oxide refills, a few of those. Some more golden things, my Jane Davenport little cases down here. And then up here I have my Gina K Glitz gels, my metallics, and the rest of my goldens, mediums. And up here is my dilutions, but I actually have some empty space, and there's space for 1 more shelf. Greg just ran out of brackets, so that'll be going up there too. Hi Becky. And then this shelf now looks a little bit thinner, so I've managed to now put all of my Prima on 1 shelf, which it wasn't before. It was spread over a few shelves because we didn't have enough space on that shelf. Then Crafter's Workshop, then watercolors, then Altenew, more sprays, and then alcoholics, and a little bit of Dina Wakley down there. So yeah, I'm one of these people who, if it's outside, it's out of mind. So if I can't see what I have, then I'm not going to use it. So that's why I have to be able to see what I've got. My scan and cut won't be staying there, neither will these things, but these I really like. I've shown these before on my marker wall when I used to have that. These are little wooden drawers off of Amazon. And then I have a little label what each thing is. So we've got like my Pitt lettering India ink, Zig brushables, Faber-Castell Pitt pens. What else do we have? We've got Dina Wakley scribble sticks, Tape Note, some Spectrum Noir pens, other gel pens and whatnot. Let's push these in. And then down here, metallic pencils. There's some, I think, Staedtler pencils. And then I have my Arteza ones, and I have them numbered because that worked against my swatch book. So I really, really like these. And then there's actually an empty drawer at the bottom. And then over there, I have more of those, which we can't get to yet, but I can show you those tomorrow if you want to see. I have my coloured pencils stored in those ones. Distress pens in this one, and then the girl's godmother bought me this mug, which I thought was really fun, and that has some more of my essentials stored in it over here. So that's kind of how I have things stored. I've started to use my tonic drawers. So this is going to be for all of my Tim Holtz things. So I have my collage papers in the top. This is going to be for all my ideology things. I have all of my metal accents in the next drawer down. A couple went into Ziplocs because the packaging was broken. I have larger things like vignette boxes, the stock pocket watches, vignette stands in here. Then I have my little one here. So this is like all the found relatives, the chipboard milk tokens, those kinds of things, so any paper elements. The next one down is embellishments that you might want to colour. So embellishments like that. The next one down are my gazillion Christmas trees, because I love doing stuff with those at Christmas. So every size fits in there. And then in this one, this is my Christmas drawer. So I split out anything that was Christmas into this one drawer so I could find it really easily. And then I will be labeling these. This is my Halloween drawer. I think I've been tillied with that one in there. But yep, this is my Halloween drawer. Yes, I have been tillied. And then this is my kind of like misc drawer. So mainly it's non-Tim Holtzy things, but I also added like some vine pieces in here, and there's some flowers down there, but mainly it's like my Prima bits and bobs in this one. So that's how I am using my tonic storage drawers, but you can fit full 8.5 by 11 A4 paper in there. All of your Nouveau bits and pieces will fit in there too. Lots of fun new goodies to play with. As I say, all of this is organized. So by tomorrow, you're going to see how all of those things work out. Let's find where I had my little stand. There it goes. So by tomorrow, you'll be able to see how all of this kind of gets put away. I'll be able to show you inside some of the drawers. I'll be putting those away. The table will be clear by tomorrow. Lots of other fun things going on. So that's how I start. As I say, whether you have a small space or a big space is a really great way to go. These little IKEA boxes are great. I don't think they have a name on the bottom. No, they don't. They don't have a name. But, oops, sorry, Tilly. You can get them in the kitchen section. As I said, they come in 2 different sizes. They come with different colors inside. You can get green inside, a black inside, or a white inside. And I find them really handy because they also nest inside each other when they are empty. So, you right down there? Yeah. So they're really easy to put away. I use them also for filming. I put everything for that video in there, and then I know that that's where it's going to go. So that works out really, really nicely too. Lots of different things you can do with those. They also fit in your Hedgehogs really nicely. Really, really easy to use. So that's how I'm going to be doing those. If you want to see anything specific in my room, so if you want to see how I store something, let me know. I can show it to you tomorrow. And then don't forget, it's live week this week, so we'll be going live every single day from our studio in the basement. We'll be showing you lots of tips and tricks and tutorials and all of those kinds of things as well. So we've got lots of fun things to be sharing with you. Got lots of new products to be sharing. You can see some of them here on my desktop. So I can't wait to share. I can't wait to get this tidy and be able to do the craft room tour. Now I've got my shelves, I've got all these fun things, and I'm rainbow tizing away. So I'll be back to share with you tomorrow. Also, don't, as I say, forget to check our Instagram stories or Facebook stories, whichever one you prefer. I post it to both. I'll be showing you progress along the way and some extra hints and tips, because I can just pop in there and drop little fun things in as I'm going. So check those out during the day. And again, I will see you again tomorrow with more hints and tips and organization. And if you have a question, drop them in the comments. Otherwise, don't forget to hit subscribe, ring the bell, all of those fun things, and hit that join button. And I'll see you again tomorrow. Happy crafting, everyone, and I hope you're having a fantastic long weekend. See you soon. Bye.